Expectations. The world needs more of it. And you need more of it. Especially if you're considering whether or not to start playing Star Citizen, or even if you've been playing the game for a few hours and wondering, what should I do now? Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, Mr. Ciccio here, and recently I've hit about 350 hours in Star Citizen. It's been an incredible journey filled with ups and downs, and today I want to set the right expectations about this game and share my honest review. Spoiler alert, this is a great time to play Star Citizen. Not just for what we will discuss today, but because you get a lot of game for a small $45. I've clocked more hours on this than I did in my Diablo 4 experience. In this video, we'll dive into my first impressions, explore the diverse gameplay mechanics and features, discuss the amazing community and player experience, and reflect on major updates. Plus, I'll share why now it's the best time to start playing and what I'm excited about for the future. If you enjoy this content, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more Star Citizen guides and reviews, and leave a comment with your thoughts or questions. Let's set the right expectations and dive in it. When I first heard about Star Citizen back in 2014, I was ecstatic. As a sci-fi fan coming from other MMOs, Star Citizen was a no-brainer for me. Life happened, I traveled around the world, moved from Italy to Australia, and eventually got a good job that allowed me to build a PC capable of handling the latest games. About 3 years ago, I finally jumped into the game, and I was immediately hooked. Even though the game wasn't perfect, I could see the immense potential it had. And I bet that's something every Star Citizen fan will tell you, no matter when they started playing. The learning curve was steep. Figuring out what keys to press and navigating the advanced keybinds interface in the option menu was overwhelming, to say the least. It's almost a rite of passage to blow up your ship on your first flight. It's so common that it's gone from being a meme to an expected experience. Back in the day, bugs were more prevalent and noticeable right from the start of your gaming session. While some bugs are still around, the overall experience has improved significantly. Nowadays, most bug-related issues can be attributed to server performance. The thing I noticed straight away is that there were no loading screens, and that got me hooked in it right away. Let's talk about the various gameplay mechanics and features currently available in Star Citizen. While I'll save my excitement for future updates for later, there's plenty to discuss about what's in the game right now. Star Citizen offers a range of gameplay options. In the industrial sector, we have salvaging, mining, and cargo hauling. Personally, this is one of my favorite ways to enjoy the game. It's mostly a chill experience, providing a nice balance of risk and reward. Then there is FPS gameplay, which includes bunkers, distribution centers, comm arrays, and location-related missions. The latest 3.23 patch has made FPS combat more enjoyable, and I'm starting to really get into it. I'll be covering more on this shortly on the channel. PvP is another major aspect, where you can hunt players with crime stats or become a pirate yourself. However, this gameplay is often slow and requires a lot of patience due to the current server cap of 100 players. This makes it hard to rely on PvP mechanics that require a larger player base. A key issue with the current state of the game is that all these gameplay loops mainly serve as a way to make money, which you can use to buy other ships. While it's not inherently bad, it can be confusing for players who aren't solely focused on saving up for the next ship. The game lacks a clear direction, so your best bet is to use your imagination to create your own sandbox experience, or join an organization with activities you can partake in. Now, let's talk about one of the most crucial aspects of Star Citizen, the community and the multiplayer experience. The community is, for the most part, amazing. Due to the nature of the project, it has attracted people who are dreamers, tech enthusiasts, and most importantly, people with a lot of patience. It's easy to find someone both in-game and on Discord or in gaming communities who is willing to answer questions and lend a hand. The community has been a major inspiration for me, not only to keep playing the game, but also to start creating content around it, something I'm very new to. Of course, like any other community, there are a few bad apples. While I prefer not to deal with too much negativity, I believe it's important to have those voices that express dissatisfaction. It's a balance between what the community asks for, what the devs can create, and what the marketing team is okay with. The game itself is indeed more fun when played with others. While I enjoy solo play, when I want a more immersive experience, I always try to group up with friends or random players. Star Citizen excels at creating a level of immersion that few other games can match. I would also like to talk about significant patches and their impact on Star Citizen gameplay. The upcoming patch 3.23.2 is right around the corner, and while I'm excited, I also have some concerns. I'm mainly worried about server stability. Without solid server meshing technology, the physicalized inventory could put a lot of strain on servers. This is just my hypothesis based on current server performance and the increased asset load we'll see in the next patch. Despite my worries, I believe this patch will bring a deeper sense of immersion to the game. Losing a ship full of armor sets, weapons, and commodities will have more impact since you'll spend more time planning and loading your vehicle. I'm definitely excited for this change. Additionally, there will be AI responsible for loading ships, which will cost time and money. Details we are still waiting to learn. Looking beyond 3.23.2, the big thing on the horizon is patch 4.0. This update will introduce a new solar system and static server meshing, allowing more players to play on the same server. It's supposed to set the stage and the expectations for years to come. Let's talk why now I think is the best time to join Star Citizen, regardless how many bugs and server instability issues the game has. I do think it's incredibly fun and accessible, and here's why. One of the biggest advantages of playing Star Citizen right now is how easy it is to make money in-game. With a 45 game package and just a few days of gameplay, you can start trying out all the different gameplay loops the game has to offer. Another great aspect is the low entry level barrier. You can quickly earn enough in-game currency to buy and test different ships. This is a unique opportunity because in the future it might be much harder to try out various ships unless you have a lot of friends or spend real money. The current state of the game allows you to experience a wide variety of gameplay styles, from industrial activities to FPS combat and PvP. The diversity is there, and it keeps the game somehow fresh and exciting. All these factors make Star Citizen an incredibly engaging game to play right now. So if you haven't jumped in yet, now it's, I reckon, a good time to start exploring the verse. Even with bugs and server stability issues, I do believe that most folks would get a few hours of enjoyment from the game at least. After spending about 350 hours in the game, I have some overall thoughts and expectations for the future. Right now, this game is what you make it to be. Some folks might find enjoyment just by hopping onto their ship and flying around sightseeing. It's a beautiful game and the visuals are truly stunning. There is some gameplay, and while most of it's okay, the bigger issue is that nothing feels like it's connected. I'm glad I didn't start playing 12 years ago, to be honest. If I had, I might be a lot saltier now. But starting now has its perks. It's a good time to start playing because of the easy access to things and ship to try out. Plus, it seems like CIG is finally picking up the pace and is more serious about getting it done this time. Overall, I'm optimistic about the future of Star Citizen. The current state of the game offers a lot of potential, and I'm excited to see where it goes. I hope CIG continues to deliver on their promises and makes this universe even more immersive and interconnected. That wraps up my honest review after about 350 hours in Star Citizen. We have talked about the initial learning curve, the diverse gameplay mechanics, the incredible community, significant updates, and why now it's the best time to dive in. I'm really excited about the future of this game and can't wait to see where it goes next. I'd love to hear about your experiences. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you love about Star Citizen? What are your hopes for the future? If you have made it this far in the video, thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and yeah, let me know your thoughts about where the game is at right now. If you want to play with our community, feel free to join the Discord. You'll find the link in the video description. I also live stream on Twitch, so if you want to be notified when I go live, hit that follow button on Twitch. Thank you so much for listening, and all the best.